From our perspective, getting Catalyst involved was a decision that came fairly early in the project. It probably didn't come as soon as it should have come, but it did come in the early stages, and we were fortunate enough to have them involved after we had acquired the site, and when we were thinking about what was possible with that site, it was fundamentally important for us to have their expertise and guidance with regard to some of the challenges we'd face. There's no perfect time to engage Catalyst, but the earlier the better, I would suggest. They are going to be helpful in all parts of the project. I mean, even site acquisition, they will have a view as to what the challenges might be with a particular site. We didn't have them involved in that part of the project, but we reflect now and understand that would have or could have been beneficial to us. Catalyst have a great knowledge of the people in the market who can build our project. They knew who we should target and who was potentially going to give us a good outcome. We talked through those builders and we agreed with Catalyst which ones we would get to tender on the project. Obviously, then when those tenders came back in, there was a fairly detailed exercise, a matrix developed to assess and analyse those individual tender applications and go through them with a fine-tooth comb. Obviously there's plenty of objective information that we look at, but there's some subjective information, and that's where Catalyst particularly gave us some of the background as to what we should be thinking about with regard to some of these contractors. Ultimately, we made a decision based on all those factors put together. It was our decision, but strong recommendation from Catalyst and assistance along the way in getting to that point. The business that we run is involved in financial advice, and we understand the importance of getting expert advice. No one knows everything, and certainly in the development world you need expertise, and logically we turned to someone who could assist us in that process. Fortunately, we were introduced to Catalyst, and that gave us the confidence that that was the expertise we needed to fill the gaps in our knowledge and achieve ultimately the outcome that we've got. You don't know quite how much they bring to the table because you're not an expert, but they are, and when you watch them in action, you understand how many aspects of the development process that they understand that you wouldn't have understood. We would definitely recommend Catalyst. This has been a big project for us, and where we wouldn't have done it without Catalyst.